But the root cause of the violence and persecution driving the displacement of millions is almost always ignored. About 74% of today's refugees originated from 6 places: Syria, Afghanistan, South Sudan, Myanmar, Somalia, and Palestine. These refugee populations appear to be quite varied. Some are Muslim, others are Christian. They hail from across Africa and Asia. Some fled civil war, while others fled genocide and ethnic cleansing. However, they have one sinister similarity.
In less than 48 hours, Israel has hit 4 different countries with military strikes. Attacks on Syria, Palestinian areas of the Gaza Strip, neighboring Lebanon, and even Iraq were all reported.
And Israeli companies sending thousands of weapons to fuel the civil war in South Sudan.
While there's a U.S. and a EU embargo on selling arms to Myanmar, Israel continues to do so.
Israel is the 7th largest arms exporter in the world, but is only 32nd in GDP. Meaning Israel's arms industry plays a far more prominent role than in other major arms exporting nations, which have much larger economies than Israel's. The Israeli arms industry is powered by its ongoing military occupation of Palestine, its 13-year brutal siege on Gaza, as well as conflicts with its frontline neighbors, such as Lebanon and Syria. They develop, test, and deploy some of the world's most advanced weapons systems, like white phosphorus. Then Israel turns around and exports not just the weapons systems, but the suffering they cause. For instance, half of Israel's overall weapons sales are to India, whose government is also engaged in an illegal military occupation of Kashmir. If you account for the refugees in other places where Israel is known to have sold weapons during periods of civil war and genocide, like Rwanda, Bosnia, and Sri Lanka, Israel would be partly responsible for over 81% of the world's refugees. This makes Israel a major force for destabilization among the nations of the world. But you will not hear that on popular American news outlets, nor will you hear about the $38 billion in military aid that our government gives to Israel, which continues to support the Israeli arms industry, which is driving the world's refugee crisis right to our borders.
Hundreds of thousands of migrants will eventually find their way to North America. It's just a matter of time.